Set 5 months after the previous film, the Machine Empire has taken up residence on the moon. They have also invaded Earth on a massive scale, with only the Aquitar Rangers being able to fend them off. Poorly. The Machine Empire is led by the Royal House of Gadgetry, which consists of King Mondo, Queen Machina, Prince Gasket, his wife Princess Archerina, Prince Sprocket, and their butlers Clank and Orbus. The Machine Empire has taken a prisoner, Jason, who was picked up after the battle on the moon. Over the moon, a giant pyramid is floating nearby. Back on Earth in Angel Grove, much like most of the planet, has been taken over by the Machine Empire. The Empire's foot soldiers, called Cogs, roaming every street. 4 teenagers are being led by someone in a red hoodie. The 5 are running to the command center while being attacked by the Cogs. The hooded figure uses a sword with a tiger head on the pommel. The group is overwhelmed but are rescued by the Aquitar Rangers, and the 10 head into the command center. The hooded figure is revealed to be Tommy. In the past 3 months, he and Billy have been holed up in the command center as its technology and magic keep it protected from the Machine Empire's various attacks. Billy has been tasked with building a new set of morphers that use the Zeo Crystal as a power source. Zordon is basing the look on the Zeo armor on the armor of the Gold Zeo Ranger of Triforia. Zordon tells everyone that years ago Zordon met with a group of like-minded individuals to build a palace on the moon to protect the Zeo Crystal, with one section of the crystal being given to the King of Triforia, which he uses to become the Gold Zeo Ranger. Which brings us back to the moon, and a cloaked figure has infiltrated the Machine Empire's palace. They make their way into the dungeon and find Jason. The figure helps Jason out of there, however they are cornered by Cogs. The figure uses a staff and transforms into the Gold Zeo Ranger. The Ranger fights off the Cogs, however one gets a shot off and hits the Ranger in the gut, destroying a contraption around his waist. The Ranger and Jason get into the giant pyramid, which is revealed to be the Gold Ranger's Zord, Pyramidas. The Ranger pilots the Zord towards Earth, telling Jason he was sent by Zordon to try and find him and the other Rangers. However, Jason is the only one he could find. The Ranger buckles over in pain and starts mutating. Back at the command center, Billy has finished the new morphers, dubbed Zeonizers, that contain each of the 5 individual parts of the Zeo Crystal. Originally, Billy was supposed to be one of the Rangers. However, after trying to bond the Zeo Crystal to Tommy and Billy, the crystal wouldn't bond to Billy. That's because when Rita blasted him with her magic in the palace battle, she was actually cutting Billy off from the morphin grid, similarly to what Zordon did to her. The 4 teens that Tommy brought is the same group of teens that were being bullied by Bulk and Skull in the first film: Rocky, Adam, Tanya, and Kat. The Aquitar Rangers are called away to deal with one of the Empire's mecha monsters. The new team starts the process of bonding the Zeo powers to the 4 teens. During the battle, the Equitians become dehydrated and have to leave the battle, with the monsters undefeated. The new Zeo Rangers show up and use their new powers to defeat the monster. Back at the command center, the Gold Ranger and Jason arrive. As the Gold Ranger demorphs, he then splits himself into 3 separate parts. This is Prince Trey of the planet Triforia. Each member of his race is a set of 3 equal versions of themselves. Whoever holds the Gold Ranger powers uses a belt that combines the 3 into one person in order to use the powers and morph. However, with the belt destroyed, he can't morph. He uses the gold power staff to pass the gold powers to Jason, while Billy and Trey work to rebuild the belt. Jason goes to help the other Rangers. King Mondo gets wind of what's going on and sends Gasket and Archerina down to deal with him. A fight ensues and Gasket and Archerina end up growing giant-sized. However, there was no time to construct new Zords based on the Zeo powers. Just then Trey chimes in and says that his Zord could be of some use. Pyramidas arrives, and a hatch opens, and 5 humanoid Zords with each of the Zeo powers symbols fly out. These are the Super Zeo Zords, which was made by the first Gold Zeo Ranger based on the other 5 Zeo Crystal shards. The Rangers pilot the Super Zeo Zords and form the Super Zeo Megazord, while Pyramidas transforms into Warrior Mode, which makes it a Megazord. They destroy the 2 Royals, which enrages Mondo enough to go down there and hack into the Zords, taking them over. Billy sends the Rangers the device he has been working on, an EMP shaped like a warhead that he calls Louis Kaboom. The Rangers put the EMP into Wando's head and destroy him. The Machine Empire retreats. A long while later, returning to the command center, the belt has been repaired and Jason gives the Zeo powers back to Trey, deciding to retire from Ranger life for a while. Trey decides to take Pyramidas to chase after the remnants of the Machine Empire. Without the king, the Empire is weaker than ever. The other Zeo Rangers elect to go with him. The Rangers all part ways. Zordon tasks Billy with the honor of creating an all-new team of Rangers to protect Earth in the Zeo Rangers' absence, and Billy starts brainstorming. 3 years after the Zeo Rangers left Earth, a time portal opens and out pops an android police officer. He falls over and begins malfunctioning. A man and another android approach. This is Billy and Alpha 5. They take this android back to the command center and begin repairing him. Once he is repaired, he reveals himself as the Blue Centurion from the year 2205, who was sent back in time in order to warn a woman named Demetria that the United Alliance of Evil is going to conquer the universe soon, and that her sister Divatox is coming to Earth in order to take it over. Zordon sets out finding Demetria while he has Billy and Alpha prep a new team of Power Rangers. Billy heads to Angel Grove High School, where he has started teaching, in order to find the right candidates for the new team. Billy finds what he thinks would be a good fit. After school, this group of teens heads to Ernie's Juice Bar, which is now being operated by Bulk and Skull. This group of teens consists of TJ, Ashley, Carlos, Cassie, and Justin. Billy shows up and recruits them. They all head back to the command center where Demetria is there meeting with Zordon. Zordon tells the new team that him and Alpha are going to his home planet of Eltar in order to tell them of the Centurion's warning. Before departing, they reveal Alpha 6, which will overlook the command center. Billy gives the team the new Turbo powers, powers built from the ground up by Billy themed after cars and vehicles. After giving them their powers, he goes off to meet the government organization looking to make a new team of Rangers. Demetria starts to train the new Rangers and tells them of the impending invasion. A few weeks go by and Divatox's space submarine arrives on Earth and dispatches her Piranhatrons to take over. However, they are easily intercepted by the Turbo Rangers. She sends down various monsters and generals, but the Rangers easily defeat them. Divatox sends down her nephew Elgar to follow the Rangers back to their base. He does so and finds that Demetria, his mother, is helping them. Elgar goes back to Divatox in order to report his findings. Divatox decides to lure out Demetria using Elgar and have her brother, General Havoc, kill her. The plan goes off and Divatox pretends to have kidnapped Elgar and Demetria shows up without the Rangers. However, a sixth Ranger shows themselves. This Ranger has a bulkier costume and a red crystal in their chest which gives them the ability to turn invisible. This is the Phantom Ranger, and despite his best efforts, he isn't able to stop Demetria from being killed. This spurs the Rangers to attack Divatox and her crew, and they destroy General Havoc. Divatox and her crew retreat to her submarine, while the Rangers go back to the command center. They get a distress call from Zordon, who tells the Rangers that his ship is under attack. However, before they are able to go after him, the command center gets attacked and nearly destroyed. The Rangers believe the perpetrator to be Divatox. However, it isn't. It is Astronema, another member of the United Alliance of Evil. Justin, the Centurion, and Phantom Ranger get separated from the other four Rangers and Alpha, who board an escape shuttle in order to find Zordon. As they blast off, the command center is destroyed. Unfortunately, as they were escaping, the Rangers' morphers were damaged to the point that they can't morph. Now drifting in space, they see Astronema's spaceship floating nearby, with multiple ships heading towards Earth. Believing their luck couldn't get any worse, a large ship approaches and pulls their shuttle into it. On a lava planet, the United Alliance of Evil is meeting, consisting of Lord Zed and Rita, King Sprocket and Machina of the Machine Empire, Divatox and Elgar, and Astronema, among others. Divatox is angry that the leader, an unseen figure, sent Astronema to Earth, when it was meant for Divatox. The leader tells Divatox that it was the only way for them to wind up with their current prisoner, Zordon, who tells the leader that good will always triumph over evil. The leader is revealed to be Dark Spectre, while a cloaked figure watches among the crowd. At the meeting of the United Alliance of Evil, everyone is celebrating the capture of Zordon and the impending conquering of the universe. As everyone takes a toast, Astronema points out the cloaked figure within the group, who didn't drink the toast. The cloaked figure reveals himself to be a Power Ranger. Before anyone can get a shot off, the Ranger gets onto a hoverboard-like thing and flies off. We return to the former Turbo Rangers in Alpha 6 on the command shuttle that has just been pulled aboard a ship. They exit the shuttle and walk around the ship, making their way to the bridge. They meet the person piloting the ship, Zane, from the planet KO-35, a human colony planet that was colonized many centuries ago. As Zane and the Rangers talk, Alpha integrates himself with the ship's onboard computer, Deca. He is able to learn the backstory of Zane. Zane is one of the 2 remaining members of the Astro Rangers, the group of Power Rangers from KO-35. A majority of the other Rangers died in battle against Astronema. Alpha tells the Rangers that KO-35 got the technology to make the Astro powers from Zordon. The Rangers then show that they are also, or were, Power Rangers. Just then, the Red Astro Ranger returns to the ship, also known as the Astro Megaship. The Ranger demorphs and introduces himself as Andros. Andros is a bit peeved that the Turbo Rangers are aboard his ship. Zane tells him that they are also searching for Zordon and they could use their help. Andros and Zane go off to another room and talk. Andros doesn't want to put another set of Power Rangers in danger. However, Zane says that they are already Rangers and they know the risks. Zane also brings up Andros' sister, Corone, who went missing when they were children, and he's been looking for her ever since. Andros eventually relents and gives the former Turbo Rangers the Astromorphers, and they join the crew. Just then, one of Astronema's monsters attacks Earth, and the Rangers go to battle it. They also learn that Zordon designed the Astro Megaship, and he designed it to be able to combine with one of the command center's shuttles into the Astro Megazord, which they use to take down Astronema's forces, which include the Quantrons, her foot soldiers, and Ecliptor, her adopted father. After a long while of defeating her forces, Astronema unleashes the Psycho Rangers, 5 hostages that have been forcibly corrupted into dark reflections of the Power Rangers. We return to Dark Spectre, who has begun draining Zordon's energy, which is killing him. However, he had given some of his energy to Astronema in order to make the Psycho Rangers, so he is a lot weaker. Dark Spectre sends out the villains of the Alliance to attack various places in the universe. Rita and Zed attack Triforia, Machine Empire attacks Aquitar, Divatox attacks KO-35, while Dark Spectre flies towards Earth in the Dark Fortress. As the Astro Rangers finally defeat the Psycho Rangers, they reveal that Astronema is actually Corone. On the Dark Fortress, Dark Spectre has been significantly weakened due to the destruction of the Psycho Rangers. Dark Spectre is destroyed by Ecliptor, who elects to have Astronema be the ruler of the universe. Andros goes off to confront Astronema while the other Rangers fight the forces of evil, while being joined by the citizens of Angel Grove, led by Bulk and Skull. Andros arriving on the Dark Fortress, he finds Zordon, but he is attacked by Ecliptor and Astronema. He tells Astronema that she is his sister, and she takes a step back, leaving Andros and Ecliptor to battle each other, each of them drawing Astronema to their side. Astronema gets into a fight with Ecliptor, mad at him for lying to her. While that is happening, Andros talks with Zordon, who tells him that the only way to stop the forces of evil is to shatter his containment tube, which will scatter his energy across the universe, taking all the evil with it. As Ecliptor is about to destroy Corone, Andros tearfully uses his Spiral Saber to destroy the tube, which does exactly as Zordon said it would, either destroying evil beings or turning them good. Divatox, Rita, Zed, and Corone are all turned good, with Zed turning back into how he looked all those years ago. Everyone else is destroyed by turning into dust. The Earth and the universe is saved. A little while later, the Astro Rangers go to the wreck site of the command center. They are joined by the Aquitar Rangers, the Zeo Rangers, Billy, Jason, Justin, and the Blue Centurion. They all talk about what Zordon meant for the universe. As everyone goes their separate ways, Tommy and Kat stay behind longer. Tommy recalling how he believed in him when he was under Rita's spell. Kat leaves him alone, revealing them to be engaged. Tommy walks through the rubble when he finds a glowing black rock amongst some destroyed machinery. He picks it up, and he immediately vanishes into thin air.